and 500 competitors from all over North America. And the man with the best equipment, the most skill, and sometimes the most luck, wins. Men like Len Richter with his Ford Fairlane Thunderbolt, powered by a 427 cubic inch or 7-liter high-riser Ford engine in the superstock class for cars with stick shifts. Billy Cox is here, competing in Class A stock automatic. And Gas Ronda, world point champion in stock cars for 1964. In the staging area, cars get in line for their runs. The cars are started by the Christmas tree, an anticipated start system that tells the driver when he can go and automatically disqualifies him if he starts too early. The cars compete in classes: stock cars, sports cars, factory experimental cars. This is Len Richter in his Thunderbolt, which competes in the top stock eliminator division. It can cover the standing quarter mile in just under 11 seconds. Watch Len go through those gears.
Stock cars enter their private gate and head for their pits.
Here, technical representatives of the Autolite division of Ford Motor Company consult with car owners, including Jack Chrisman of the well-known Sachs & Son 427 Comet. Bob Beezer, a full-blooded Deseronto Indian from Canada, is brought to every major drag meeting in the United States by the National Hot Rod Association. A drag meeting has never been rained out while he was in attendance. He calls to the line a 427 Mustang. Everyone runs for trophies, cash, and for awards and equipment that consist of everything from wrenches and spark plugs to complete cars. Although drag racing began in America, it is now gaining worldwide popularity. Crowds in Britain, South Africa, Mexico, and other countries are flocking to drag strips. Early in 1965, the sport was recognized by the... This, then, is drag racing.
Here's the 1964 rematch of last year's top race between Ohio's George Montgomery in the light blue supercharged A Gasser and California's Stone, Woods, and Cook. Montgomery takes it again this year. Jack Chrisman drives the crowd-pleasing Sachs & Son blown Mercury Comet running in B-fuel dragster class. Staging control calls for the Super Stalkers. Butch Leal, the California youngster, takes on the High Risers Thunderbolt. Watch it! And Leal moves into the finals. Don Turner and the Ed Martin Thunderbolt whip the Al Swenson entry. And Don gets his chance against Leal. But Butch Leal grabs the win with an elapsed time of 11.76.
Let's join the record-breaking Georgia shaker, Hubert Platt, and see his distinctive style in action.
As you see, I went through the lights at about 6,800.
One of the finest strips in the nation. This could be you getting the latest hot setup for your machine from Ford drag team members such as Hubert Platt and Ed Terry. two of the quickest super stock drivers in the country. Ed Terry started in California with a flathead V8 in 1955 and has progressively gone up through the ranks of drag racing to a national reputation. Ford has let the drag racing world know that it's really here with the Georgia shaker Hubert Platt. Hubert has held national stock records for many years. And Tommy Grove, who winds up his 427 single overhead cam Mustang funny car to an incredible output of over 1,500 horsepower. Tom uses a rocket fuel, blending nitromethane and alcohol, a mixture so secret he won't even tell his wife. Your Ford dealer is here to supply you with the best parts and equipment to help you achieve more total performance, even if it's only for a grudge race night at the Strip. Ford drag teams touring the country supplying the best information, enabling you and your fellow Ford Drag Club members to enjoy the sport even more. Speaking of crowd pleasers, Ed Terry looks like he's ready to put all the competition on the trailer with his Cobra Jet. Let's ride with Ed as he drops the hammer and really puts it to the wood.
I bought my first car, 39 Ford, and I run it a little hard, and I lost a bearing. And the man said, well, this car cost you $150 to get it fixed. I said, man, I didn't pay but $125 for it. So I took it back home, I took it apart, and I fixed it.
In 1961, I worked for a dealer in San Francisco, and I discovered by racing the cars, I could sell a lot of them. I went every week and gave up everything else. So this is what really got me going. I love the sport.
It's just normal people in drag racing. They're not some off-the-wall kooks or some jerks. Or most drag racers, they work hard at a regular job, and then they go to the track on the weekend and they race their car. And the backbone of drag racing is the individual that buys his car, and he does all his things, and then he goes to the drag races and he wins his trophy. It's something that every individual can do if he just tries hard enough. Group also has 4 categories. Top Fuel, which are the AA dragsters that run on exotic fuels. Top Gas, which are dragsters running on regular gasoline. Fuel Funny Cars, which are really dragsters with fiberglass bodies. And Pro Stock, which is a category that I run. Pro Stock is a 4-speed with a 427 SOHC engine in it, which is capable on the dyno at 690 horsepower. The Pro Stock car will run 135 to 140 mile an hour in the low 10s and the high 9s. Now, this car has to be equipped with roll bars because it runs that fast. You have to have an engine strap in case you were to blow a flywheel. I'm going to tell you, be sure and buy you a good helmet, not one of the cheap ones. I'm going to tell you, be sure and roll your fender wells. You didn't roll your wheel wells, what happened? The tires wobbled because we used the low-profile tires. You cut a tire. If the old man upstairs with you, you're here. If not, you're gone. why should you win with just because the guy's got a problem? I like to go over and help the guy go back and race him the next round and beat him. He says, well, why did you reply to help me fix my car? So I can beat you. That's what the people come here to see, right? And I'd like to see more people with this attitude.
Competition eliminator car. Competition eliminator car.
A lot of people say, are you scared of the car because it's going 135 or whatever it's going and you're shifting 3 times? So you've got a handful and you've got to shift it all the time. And that engine's up around 9,000 when you've got your foot to the floorboard and you're moving a lever. And it takes a lot, really. And when you dump the clutch at 6,000 RPM, you just sort of walk the car off the line and then feed into it gradually and then try to make your shifts around 8. And so we use between 9 and 10 pounds in the Goodyear tires. Now, I like the Goodyear, the fact that you don't have to do a lot of warm-up procedure. The tire will grip after 2 burnouts. In a funny car that was going over 200 miles an hour. All that you did with the funny car was steer it. Either the car hooked or it didn't. And now he thought it was going to be real simple jumping in this little Maverick with an overhead cam on gas and going 135. But he found he had his hands full, and he'll openly admit that it's a much tougher car to drive than the funny car was.
And you're probably safer on the drag strip than you are on the freeways. I mean, we have ambulances are there, and they're down at the end, and they're also on the starting line. They have fire extinguishers and all kinds of safety equipment there at the drag strip, and they safety inspect all cars before they let them run. Well, I think everybody thinks they have their own little tricks, but when it all boils down, it's just who has the most horsepower. Who can leave the best on the lights. That's where the drag race is won. It's won right out of the starting line. You can anticipate on the tree just a little. As the last yellow light comes on, you wind your engine up, and of course bonsai out of the gate at 7,000 or 8,000 RPMs. Speed is in the life of people. Competition among men is what it amounts to. It's getting on a drag strip and racing the cars down the track. That's what you call real clean competition. If we can just keep them off the street and keep them on the drag strip, nobody will get hurt and everybody will be happy in the long run.
Now, I'm a racer at heart, and I like to do this.
Just to go down the track 135 miles an hour would mean nothing to me. It's the idea is I want to beat the other fella.
If you've got talent with your engine, you've got talent in your driving, you can win a drag race.